Hey guys, so it's been a while since I have done one of these God rank grind videos, but today we're going to jump into a God rank grind video with, I think, probably my favorite team that they've released recently, which is the triple ultra setup with Ultra Broly, Ultra Vegito, and Ultra Gogeta here, sort of like on the Fusion Warrior team. I did opt to put the yellow EX Broly on the bench. I know that does sort of limit the amount of the ultra abilities we're going to be getting for the Gogeta and Vegito, but I feel like the extra 50% from the Broly's passive, or the Broly's Z ability is probably just warranted over the extra ultra, like the one extra instance of the ultra ability. But I really do like the way that they designed Broly. I think probably the best release of the entire year, in my opinion. Broly is a character, at least with the current boost system, right? He's obviously in the featured boost system, so he can tank really well right now. With the way that he's set up right now, especially on this team, with the double HP buff I have with the Vegito and the Gotenks on the bench, I feel like Broly is pretty much the only character in the game that can actually reliably take a bunch of combos and reliably tank them. And it's funny because I felt the same way about Ultra Vegeta when he came out, but since then we've obviously gotten ridiculous characters like Cooler and Trunks who could just rip through his defenses. But even against Cooler, I've found that Ultra Broly can actually reliably tank, especially when he gets his gauge filled up. He gets the heal. He heals when he switches in. So there's a lot of defensive utility he's got going for him. The vanish removal is really, really overpowered, I think, every time he fills up his gauge. But yeah, this is the team we're using here. I think something else to mention as well that's really important for Broly is that new unique equipment, the one that I have on the left side of Broly there. The I guess what does it give him, like 10% just to pure defenses against all Saiyans, so it does add a lot to his defensive utility. Of course, we are using the Vegeta equipment on the right, the awakened one, to give him both defenses and then damage to his special move, ultimate, and health restoration. And then we sort of have typical setups on the Vegito and Gogeta. Gogeta has sort of like a mixture of offense and defense equipment. And as you guys know, that these types of videos, I do like to do commentary for like the first, I don't know, like 40% of the video. And then I sort of let the rest of the video play out. It's kind of unfortunate though, I think, in this one. We did have a lot of laggy matches. I mean, these are just the matches I had, right? These are what happened. I put them in the video and that's it. I didn't really exclude much here. So this is what we have. I'm going to do commentary for the first like 4 or 5 matches. Let's go ahead and jump in and we will see how dominant the triple ultra setup is. This is pretty much the cream of the crop in terms of the opponents I'm fighting here. So we got some good matches in here, and let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so jumping into match number 1 here, looks like we're going up against a Movies team. Tapion, I assume it's Dragon Fist, and Cooler. He does have a 14-star Ultra Broly. I don't think he actually brings him, though, into this match, which is interesting. I think if I were him, I definitely would have brought him in. I'm using Vegito, which might, I guess, deter him a little bit from doing that, but he does go with the Cooler, Dragon Fist, and Tapion setup. I think Tapion, just insanely powerful character. This is a character that will continue to age really well, I think. All right, so I ended up buying myself a little bit of time there with the counter from Vegito. Go for the quick attack there because Tapion doesn't lock blast cards, only strike cards when your attack is over. So I felt comfortable going for the quick attack there. We do catch his Cooler in a combo here. We go with Broly. He's kind of stuck here. He really doesn't want to switch into Dragon Fist because we have Broly here. It was type advantage, so it's his Cooler versus my Broly. He switches into Tapion there. I thought I was going to catch his Cooler with the blue card there, but he ends up switching first, which is interesting. I opt to take the blue card on purpose there just to preserve my Vanish, and I wasn't really too scared of the damage I was going to do there. Okay, float up to mid-range, pop the green card, see if I can catch him with the Blast Armor, and I do, but unfortunately our hand is pretty much fully sealed, so we can't really capitalize off of that. And now we're back to neutral here. His gauge is like basically not filled up at all, so I'm pretty comfortable with the spot we're in here. As soon as I see him floating up or dashing up, I just immediately go for the strike card, and we do end up catching him. He goes into Cooler. Now, the thing with this team that I'm using is we're using 3 Super Saiyans, so at all times, Cooler will be type neutral unless it runs out. Right? I believe it's 10 counts of type neutrality when he switches in, so we're not really going to be able to snipe him with Ultra Gogeta. But now we're sort of back to neutral here, fighting for priority. End up PVing him when he goes for the quick dash. I go to Broly with the blue card instead of using it with Gogeta because I thought he would have switched into Super Saiyan 3, but he did not, so that was a good play by him. Goes for the quick attack. And at this point, as long as we get a combo started on his team, like outside of Tapion, that was a misplay by me. I took way too long to use that strike after floating up there, but if we can get a combo started on his team that's not Tapion, we pretty much kill somebody guaranteed, right? Broly, okay, yeah, this is, yeah. He gets caught by that blast card, and that Broly's blue card is going to decimate this. Broly's blue card hits so hard, especially when the enemy has 3 characters left. Like, it is, you almost always lose. I go for the main here. I'm going to wait for him to sidestep before clicking the ultimate. If he dodges it, I could just rush him, and if he goes for a strike right away, well, this is the result. So, going to take out Tapion here. Going to trigger the Heroic Guard animation, and with as good as Cooler is, he's going to have to pull out some magical stuff to come back from this spot here, but it's going to be very, very tough. Very, very tough. We considering we have the rush ready, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up this first match here, and we will move on to match number 2. All right, jumping into match number 2. I do believe this match was fairly laggy, unfortunately, but it just is what it is. This again, just put in the matches I had here. All right, so this guy also using movies, but I believe this guy did bring Broly here instead of Dragon Fist. Yeah, he did. So it's Tapion, Broly, and Cooler. I think this team is probably just a better version of the other team we just fought. Broly fulfilling the role of a tank on this team, whereas I think Cooler and Dragon Fist kind of share the same role. So to have Broly be like the defensive, you know, sort of like leg of the team, I think is what you want to be doing here. But we do clash up. He does end up winning the clash with the classic Legends same exact number on the clash every single time. All right, so he goes into Cooler, end up catching him with the single tap with Broly, and now we're going to start comboing him. I don't really care if Tapion comes in. We're just collecting our Dragon Balls at this point. Unfortunately, destroys the card with the Dragon Ball on it. That was kind of annoying. We go into Gogeta, grab our Vanish, and now we just got to play it a little bit defensively here. Do catch him with the quick attack there, and unfortunately, it's so laggy I can't even like effectively charge step off of that. Goes into Broly, end up just tap attacking him to buy some more time. Goes with that, and I can just go into Vegito if he goes right away with the strike attack. Hit him with the blue. He's probably going to go into Cooler, right? Yeah, he does go into Cooler. So again, Cooler, type neutral versus the whole team. Of course, still has type advantage over Vegito. I do have this green card. I'm trying to figure out a good way to use it. He actually doesn't get caught by the jump there, which is interesting. Goes into Tapion. I end up backing up because I've seen the way that this guy fights at this point, and I thought that would work, and it did. All right, so we're going to go in with Gogeta here. He goes into Broly. I don't care if he uses his covers here. Although it's already almost 50 counts into the match, no one really has made any headway here, so just getting those covers out of the way I think is a good strategy. So there, I think I did make a misplay. I don't think I should have went with a strike with Gogeta right away. I think I probably should have just switched into Vegito, because I've seen that he does go right away off of those strike cancels, vanishes, so bit of a misplay there, but it's fine. He goes for the green card, get our Vanish back, and the second I see him go up with the quick dash, I go immediately, because I think the prior time he did wait a second, but this time he went right away, so he's changing up the way he's fighting here. All right, so we're going to be able to grab our gauge here with this blast card. It is lagging, yes, we know. We're gonna hit him with this blue card, destroy his hand, and now we're just trying to fish for this last Dragon Ball, even though we just had it and it got destroyed, fortunately, because of Broly's gauge. I am probably just going to leave Vegito in. As soon as I see Cooler, it's just rock, paper, scissors. Okay, we won the rock, paper, scissors right there. We guessed that he was going to drop, and he did. So rock, paper, scissors, we won. Let's go with Broly here, start comboing him. Blast, and I think I just rush, because at this point, Tapion is type neutral. I don't rush. Okay, that is also a misplay. I believe I should probably just rush. I ate this on purpose for sure. I think I float up. Yeah, okay, I remember this play. So he popped my gauge there. I knew that he had no Vanish, and I believe I still have type neutrality because he did switch into Tapion while Broly was on the battlefield. So what I did there was I floated into mid-range and popped the rush. And why the reason why I did that is because if you rush somebody at not mid-range, close range. If you rush somebody at close range with the rush when they have no Vanish, they can't switch and vanish your rush. They don't have enough time. So it was either Tapion gets hit by this, or he tries to switch into another character and dodge and gets hit by the rush on the other character. So I wanted to see if maybe I could bait him out there, but he didn't take the bait, and Tapion ends up losing, or ends up dying. Now we're sort of back to this position where it's Cooler and Broly versus my team here. Get him with the strike, overriding his tackle, and we're just going to go for the ultimate here, because if we go for a blue card or a blast, I believe his Broly still had one instance of cover change left. So hopefully we get the feint here, and if we do, it's pretty much over. We do not end up getting the feint, and then there's his gauge procs. He also uses the main ability, so he's basically back up to full HP. And now we're going to go for this. I think he does dodge that. I back up here because I know he's going to wait. I was a little bit overzealous here and a bit optimistic on Vegito's damage. I thought Vegito would have killed Broly here, but he did not. We end up catching him with the green card anyway. So at this point, it's pretty much over, right? He is pretty much zero wave coming back from this. Goes into Cooler as sort of like a last resort here, but with Gogeta, going to be able to fill up his gauge here and hit him with the ult here. So this is where the fight starts to get wrapped up. This Cooler, as tanky as he is, even with type neutrality, not going to be able to survive this Gogeta ultimate while he fills up his gauge here. I believe we also get crits as well. So yeah, just way too much damage for Cooler to sustain here and live. So we're going to take this Cooler out, and then all we got left is like a, what, 10% HP Broly, 15% HP Broly. So at that point, it's match over. So let's go ahead and jump into match number 3. Okay, heading into match number 3. Surprise, surprise, we got more movies here. I assume this is going to be Tapion, Cooler, and something. Tapion, Cooler, Broly, Tapion, Cooler, Gogeta, Tapion, Cooler, Dragon Fist. It doesn't really matter. One of those 3 variants. Alright, so let's see what he does. He goes Tapion, Cooler, and Broly. Alright, yeah, I think that's probably correct. This is terrible. This is a terrible opening by me. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I was lagging, if I was distracted, or what. We do win the rock, paper, scissors versus Cooler, though. We thought he was going to drop, and he did, so we don't have to die instantly. That's good. Alright, so we hit Cooler with the green card from Vegito. I'm kind of surprised he didn't instantly go into Broly. And maybe if he didn't realize that Broly can nullify the green card from Vegito, but he ends up letting Cooler take a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage for no reason. I don't understand why, but again, whatever. So Vegito's taking a bit of damage. I believe I actually could have vanished that strike by Cooler. I don't know what was going on with me this match. I was playing really badly. But Vegito actually does a decent job of tanking those hits somehow. Cooler's, I guess he's trying to start another combo. He goes into Tapion, go into Broly. He actually learns that how to defend against the jump there, so he doesn't take the bait for the second time. End up getting the combo started with a Broly here against Tapion, and we're going to go into Gogeta just to buy ourselves some time, get our Vanish back, and you know, just play it safe here. I end up eating this on purpose. I'm going to use the blast just to get a little bit of my gauge built up here. I was kind of, you know, worried about him having a rush already. That's why I decided to eat that on purpose, because I didn't have anyone to switch into at that point. As you can tell, it is a little laggy. It takes a little bit to like back up and whatever, but it's not too bad. I think the last match was worse than this. End up getting caught by the tap blast. Go for the tap just to buy myself some more time. Back up. I think I just rushed, yeah. So Broly is not type neutral here because he did not switch into a yellow character while Broly was in the battlefield. I switched in here. But at this point, I just want to kill somebody. If we can get Tapion out of here, I feel a lot better about this match. Tapion is probably the most annoying character to fight, obviously besides like Cooler and the androids, but Tapion with the locking and like all the stuff he's doing with the rising rush mechanic, like it's all just very annoying to play around. So if we can just get him out, I'm gonna feel much more comfortable, and that's why I decided to go for the rush there. Broly takes some pretty significant damage off of that, which is gonna hurt the rest of the team, but I'm okay with that. I think I just go for this here. Goes for the taps, so it's whatever. We get our Vanish back from this, and we do end up healing a lot as well. He does go right away, which is fine. I want him to go into Broly here, which I don't know why he's not going into Broly. Has he even went into Broly a single time in this match? There he finally does. Cooler was about to die there, and he finally decides to go into Broly. Yeah, we're going to get his gauge filled up. I'm going to press this just to fill up the gauge because I want to grab the blue card. I feel like the blue card with Vegito, if I end up catching Broly with that blue card, is probably going to be able to kill if he's not type neutral anymore. But the reason I use that is because I wanted to draw the blue card. That's the reason. Okay, so we can go ahead and do this. I believe we can hit him one more time without filling up his gauge. Well, never mind. We hit him with the green now. He goes into Cooler. We are type neutral, so we're going to kill him here with the blue card. And I think I probably just stopped time with the main ability here with Vegito. Let's see. It's going to be very tough for him to come back here. Yeah, this is almost impossible for this Broly to do anything here. I just go for it, whatever. And that's going to be the end of this one. I forgot his gauge is going to be filled up there, so I messed up, but whatever. Let's move on to the next one. Alrighty, next match, we're going up against the same exact team pretty much, except he opts to use the blue Gogeta on the bench, obviously for the Zenkai ability on his Ultra Gogeta, as well as just to get the full Ultra abilities for Vegito and Gogeta. Definitely an option, solid option. I think actually potentially could be better. I think the strike damage is more important though for the team overall, like Broly included. All right, so not a very good start here. I decided to go into BROLY just to end the combo here, and then I think I do opt to go for the green card. You could potentially save this green card here. I think the most valuable character in this match is probably going to be Vegito, just because there's no red character, which is very rare to see matches with no red characters. That was definitely a misplay by me. I dropped there, but instead of using the blast, I should have went with the strike. Obviously, no reason to drop into a blast card when your opponent has blaster, but that's a terrible play by me. He gets the combo started on me, goes for the blue, and there's not really much I can do about this, but at least we can heal some of the damage off. So it's not the end of the world here. He goes for that as well, which is also going to heal me. And then I end up catching him with the strike card there. Just preserving Vegito's HP and allowing Vegito just to carry the match, I think, is what we want to be doing here. So we're going to be able to combo his Vegito for a while. And obviously both of our teams are full 14 stars with Z+ equips. And with how ridiculous these character stats are, with the double HP benches we have, like this is going to be a long match. We know this coming in. So just being able to sort of stack up as much damage as we can early on like this is definitely really valuable. We grab a green card. I actually don't know why that strike card didn't counter. If you go back and like pause the clip at the exact moment I used the strike card, we had enough of our gauge to counter. So I don't know if that's a bug or what, but that should not happen. Anyway, we go into BROLY here, pop the blue card. I'm kind of hoping he goes into his BROLY here, which he doesn't, which is interesting. We have our final Dragon Ball on the green card, which is unfortunate because we don't have enough of our gauge to fill up with just the green card used there. Otherwise, I could lock him in, reduce his gauge, and rush, which is ridiculous. But we needed to have one more hit to be eaten there, which we do right here. Get the full heal on BROLY. And go into Vegito. I don't know, honestly, why I went into Vegito here. I probably should have just stayed in with BROLY to build the gauge again. But he goes for the main ability on Gogeta here, which I guess he just wants to grab the anti-endurance, huh? That's probably why he did that. We do have the green card in our hand. I'm just trying to get the last Dragon Ball somehow. He actually does get hit by the tackle. I'm surprised he doesn't switch into BROLY here right away. He actually waits for me to do this before he goes into BROLY, which is interesting because I could have dropped there. But with the green card, you at least know for sure that it's coming and going to hit you. So with that green card used, I think it was the better play for him just to go with the BROLY right there, but whatever. We go with the tap attack there, and then he goes for a full screen strike because he knows I have no vanish, and I was waiting for that. I had the Rising Rush prepped and ready for him to go for that full screen strike because I knew it was coming. So we ended up getting with the rush, and I'm actually kind of nervous this rush is not going to kill him. Like, look how little damage we're doing. But because Vegito doesn't, because his BROLY doesn't have type neutrality, we should be able to kill him pretty easily. Yeah, 5 million. He was not going to live that. So we get his BROLY out of the way. Honestly, probably the more annoying character that we could have gotten rid of there. And I guess at this point, he decides, screw it, I'm just gonna go for a strike right away. And I did go into BROLY because I actually forgot we had already used both of our cover changes. So that's going to be a misplay because I have to sack off Gogeta, which is not what I wanted to do, but whatever. I would much rather keep BROLY around than Gogeta. I think Gogeta, he's definitely solid in this matchup, but BROLY is, again, the only character who can actually tank these hits effectively, so I think keeping him around is better. So now we're in a position, that was supposed to be a tackle, by the way. Now we're in a position where we both have two characters left, we both used our rush, so it's kind of set back to neutral. Except the difference here is I have BROLY and he doesn't have BROLY, which is a pretty big difference. We go for the tackle and he goes for the green right away, I guess, to see if I was going for anything, but the tackle obviously is going to override that, allow me to combo him for a little bit here. And this is where Vegito's debuffs really start kicking in, because remember, this is not only debuffing his Gogeta, we're also debuffing his Vegito on the bench, or on standby as well, so these guys are going to start taking a lot more damage. It's going to start ramping up a lot. Goes for the quick attack. I actually did sidestep there. I don't know why it didn't register, but whatever. So remember, my BROLY has no more covers left. And I believe he does end up using his main here. Yeah, he does. So we're going to have to go into BROLY to eat this. Otherwise, our Vegito's going to die, and I can't let that happen at this point. So we have 60 more counts left before the timer hits. At this point, I'm sort of thinking to myself, okay, this is going to go to timer. So my plan in my head at this point is I just want to be able to get one more rush and just use it. I don't care if it hits Vegito. I don't care if it hits Gogeta. I just want to be able to rush him and have it not, hopefully have it not get guessed. And at that point, we should be able to stack up enough damage to where we will win. Because look at this. I don't think we're punching through this. This is not going to be a match where we just come out on top because we actually win. It's going to be, you know, it's going to come down to who did more damage. So Again, we have the combo going with Vegeta here just to extend it out as long as possible. Go for the counter here as well, just to add a little bit more damage on top of that. And he goes for the blue card, and then I think I go into BROLY. Yeah, I do. Go for the main ability for just the heal. We also could potentially get the feint from the ultimate as well if we do end up catching it with the ultimate. Which I think we do end up starting the combo. Unfortunately, this is type disadvantage for BROLY, but if we do get the feints on this ultimate, that should seal the deal. We only need one more card for our Rising Rush, or one more Dragon Ball for our Rising Rush. And we should be able to set that up with a feint here. So this is really important if we can get this or not. And we get it. And still no Dragon Ball. I'm going to start with the strike so that we don't get overridden by Gogeta's cover change here. Let's go for the blast. All right, still fishing for my Dragon Ball. There it is. There is the final Dragon Ball. Hopefully he goes into Gogeta here. And he does, for some reason. I don't. If I was him, I would not go into Gogeta right away there. Because you know after Vegito's green card, you draw a blast, right? Obviously, you're going to be using that blast card right away. So I would have waited one extra card before he was going to switch into Gogeta there. But now we have our rush. We can rush him. I think, yeah, he does go into Vegito here. But just being able to grab this extra bit of damage before the match ends should seal us the win. Even if this doesn't even, like, even if he guesses our rush here, I'm pretty sure we had enough damage from this rush plus everything else we've done in the match to secure the victory. But just for good measure, we're going to rush him. I think this does like 7 million damage, yeah. So that should definitely be more than enough. And then at this point, he can just do whatever he wants, and there's nothing really he can do about this. So long match, but a good one. Let's move on to the next one. All right, let's jump into the next match here. This will be the final match with commentary, but we have a lot more matches after this that are just going to be playing out here. Looks like this is the 4th anniversary team, but with Tapion instead of Super Vegito. I guess it's just to not have a Super Saiyan on your team, right? Makes sense. Cooler. All right, so jump does work, so we know that. I think the thing with this match is this guy played well because he recognized the jump worked for the first time, and he actually adapts his playstyle the next time I try that again, and it actually costs me a lot. Like, we'll see this coming up right here, I think. Let's see. So Broly's comboing. Broly's going off. There's a lot of damage to his UI. I go into Vegito, try to jump again, and he backs up. And this allows him just to kill. Straight up kill my Vegito with UI. I think he's just going to pop his main here and just ult me, and I'm dead. So that one adjustment he made by backing up there to counter my jump, that allowed him to just secure the kill on my Vegito, 20 counts into the match? So that was really well played by this guy. But honestly, Vegito wasn't really going to be much of an asset in this match. Broly is easily the most valuable character, I think, on my team for this matchup. Once we get... If I can rush Tapion, I definitely will, right? So I will gladly take that rush if I can grab the last Dragon Ball here, which we do draw. Nice. I think I just grab this, and I think I just rush him right away. Yeah, we do. Okay. So he does switch into Tapion, thankfully. I was really happy that he did that, because now, how does he kill Broly? Please enlighten me. What does he do to kill? It's impossible. He cannot kill Broly. Especially because his Dragon Fist's gauge is like basically non-existent. He doesn't have any buildup at all on it. So Tapion's going to get the Hirudegarn effect here. We're going to take some damage, but it's not really going to matter. And then if we do need it, we have the Gogeta lock in the back pocket because Vegito is dead here. So Dragon Fist comes out, basically, again, like almost 0 gauge built up here. So what is he going to possibly do? He can combo me all he wants. It's not really going to do anything. Look at this. All we're going to do, even with UI, like what is UI going to do to Broly? He cannot damage me. I'm actually going to heal for more damage than he does. I go for this. I think my goal here... So here's my plan moving forward. You guys ready for this? He obviously still has his rush. My plan moving forward is to get him to rush, Rising Rush Broly after I kill this Dragon Fist right here. He uses his gauge, but like he doesn't have his gauge built up, so we can just go for this. And he has no vanish, so we just kill him. Yeah. So this guy's dead because we can go into Gogeta, lock him in, and then ult him, and he's dead. So here's the plan right now, right? The plan right now, because I know he has his rush. The plan is to make his UI Goku rush Broly, because then it's actually impossible for him to win. Then he cannot kill Gogeta. So from this point forward, I would give myself a 100% chance to win this. How does he kill? He has to rush me right now on Gogeta, and even if he does, he can't kill Broly. So what? What is he gonna do? It's impossible. I match his blast just so I could buy some more time. He does back up again, which was nice. He should have just rushed right there. I think that was his like best chance to win this match. But I'm just gonna go into Broly, I think here. I want to get rid of his gauge first though, because I want to set up a scenario where I remove his advantage with Broly, and then yeah. So okay. So this is good that he's attacking me. You know, I want him to fill up my gauge, and then I want to remove his gauge, and then I want to just throw a raw blue card. That's the plan here. Right, like this. Force him to rush, and now we win. There's nothing he can do. So that's going to be the final match here. Let me know down below what you guys think of this sort of video. Again, I used to do these a lot, but I haven't done these recently, but I do want to start doing them again. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We got a lot more fights after this, so stick around, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.
魔をするな。お返しだ。消してやる。覚悟しろ。自分だけ楽しみつける。くらいな。そうだよ。行くぞ。あばよ。フュージョン。加減はしてやるが期待はするなよ。自分だけ楽しむ。いいもんなるぞ。行くぞ。雑魚がその手はカリスマスや。行くぞ。エリア死ね。お前少し本気を見せてやる。覚悟しろ。俺が気が高まる。溢れる。どこに行こうといい気になるなよ。くらいな。何？ひねる。くらいな。俺の絶対。どうした？もう終わりか。フュージョン。さて、俺の出番か。強い。行くぞ。押せ。いいもんなるぞ。行くぜ。邪魔をするな。死ね。エリア。させるか。行くぞ。あ、これはね。そうだよ。見たぞ。 自分だけ楽しむ。
オラが相手だ。
これだ。必ず勝つ。この命に変えてもお前を切る。
自分だけ楽しむつもり。相手になってやる。
すぐ楽にしてやる。
お前一人で倒す。
行くぞ。
オラが相手だ。自分だけ楽しむ。
俺だ。見せてやるか。終わらせちまうぞ。ほらよ。
待って
すぐ楽。行くぞ。行くぞ。消し止め。
相手に。いいもんやるぞ。たまには苦戦してみたいもんだぜ。
フュージョン。加減はしてやるが期待はするなよ。
俺が身勝手に僕。
飛んで押して。
遅えぞ。
お前何をやっても無駄だ。終わらせちまうぞ。向いてな。ほらよ。待ったんだ。
いいもんやるぞ。攻め。
お前一人で倒す。そらよ。くらいな。行くぞ。行くぞ。そらよ。
相手になってやる。
俺の出番か。これで決着だ。覚悟しろ。これでおしまいだ。行くぞ。行くぞ。仕留め。行くぞ。自分だけ楽しむ。
オラが相手だ。本当の勝負だ。
もう終わりか。行くぞ。死ね。少しだけ本気になってやる。終わらせちまうぞ。ほらよ。
相手になってやる。
悪いな。これでも手加減してるんだぜ。フュージョン。俺が相手をしてやる。後悔するなよ。すぐら。さあ、俺の出番か。
いいもんやるぞ。
行くぞ。邪魔だ。お前一人で倒す。行くぞ。どけろバカ。行くぞ。なんだと。とどめだ。
自分だけ楽しみにするか。
はい、破壊の総仕上げといこうか。どけい。そこ。でや。さあ、エリア。やらず勝つ。この命に変えてみ。ダンクが。あくびは出るよ。
いいもんやるぞ。
虫けらが消し飛べ。お遊びは終わりだ。殺してやる。終わりだ。相手をしてやる。やるようになったね。イルス様。所詮クズはクズなのだ。フュージョン。加減はしてやるが期待はするなよ。あのいやー聞いた。俺やるいやー聞いた。お前くらいだ。行くぞ。今度は貴様にも見えるようにゆっくりやってやるよ。終わりだぜ。遅えよ。
俺の手楽しませてもらえるぜ。
気が高まる。あふれる。消し飛べ。行くぞ。消し飛べ。
間違えんな。
その程度のパワーで俺を倒せると思っていたのか。フュージョン。こいつは楽しめそうだ。友情につい。まっ。行くぞ。エリア。ディア。ヘラ。エリア。 邪魔だ。行くぞ。イストメ。少し真面目にやってや。俺の出番か。見せてやるか。終わらせちまうぞ。ほらよ。待った雑魚がその程度か。火が高まる。溢れる。殺してやる。この俺を超えることはできぬ。さて、俺の出番か。よいしいいもんやるぞ。覚悟はいいな。必ず勝つ。この命に。お前これで決着だ。くらいだ。覚悟しろ。まだ生きていたのか。何？覚悟はいいな。
ワン、真の力を見せてみろ。お父さんが助けてくれた。いいもんだぞ。行くぜ。
力など不要だ。
すぐ楽にしてやる。気が高まる。溢れる。殺してやる。終わりだ。行くぞ。虫けらが。バカ。その程度のパワーで俺を倒せると思っていたのか。
その余裕がいつまで持つかな。やらせねえぞ。行くぞ。
邪魔をするな。虫けらが。消し飛べ。
許さねえぞ。
死ね。
見たぞ。見たぞ。
虫けらが。消し飛べ。この俺を超えることはできぬ。